What's Gucci, y'all? Big Red is back with another sensitivity settings video. I know I said I'd be done making these, but with my new Elite 2 controller, I figured I'd have to make one since I changed my settings up just a bit and also explain why I did it. With this controller, the sensitivity seems to be so much easier to control because the stick movement is so precise and accurate. But I'm already so used to my original wireless controller, it took me some time getting used to. When moving the right thumbstick left and right, trying to do a 180 turn or a 90-degree angle turn to flick towards an opponent or flick towards where the shots are coming from, I ended up having to increase my general sense over the shoulder 1x and 2x optics because of closer range battles. I felt like those settings moved a little bit slower when I was trying to react, and as soon as I would release the thumbstick, it would stop instantly. So this is why I had to increase these. That way I could make the turns quicker and have a quicker reaction towards my enemies. Also, being able to adjust the triggers so you don't have to pull them all the way when shooting on full auto, or when you're single tapping somebody on full auto and you accidentally hold it a little bit too long so you end up spraying towards your target when you just want to click. With the Elite 2 controller, you're able to adjust the triggers so you don't have to pull as hard back, and it makes it so much easier for you to solo tap towards your target, but also you're able to shoot quicker on full auto because you don't have to pull your triggers as far back when taking shots at your opponent. I have my Elite controller stick at default, and with the stick tension here, it's just a bit tighter than my original wireless controller. So controlling recoil and locking in my 1x and 2x took me some time to get used to. Especially with this tighter stick tension, when spraying towards a target, it was harder for me to hold down my right thumbstick because the thumbstick seemed like it was fighting back. So the more I would spray, the harder I would have to push down on my right thumbstick. The more I played, the more I got used to the controller. I finally figured out what I could do to make it so my sensitivity is comfortable for me. It wasn't by much, but I adjusted a few things. As you can see here in my sensitivity settings, I upped my general sensitivity by 2, my over the shoulder by 2, my 1x and 2x by 1. Everything else I kept the same. Once I did this, it felt a little bit better and more accurate when using these 1x and 2x optics. Because before I did this, they seemed really slow, but much more precise when I moved left and right trying to follow my targets. But when one was up close and personal and shooting at me with the SMG or something where they could strafe quicker, it was harder for me to lock onto the target. But once I upped my sensitivity settings, then everything changed from there. Any of the scopes 3x and higher actually seem much easier to control when following a target or taking my shots. The stick movement was so precise when following my targets and shooting at the same time that I didn't want to adjust any of these. But one thing I'm still getting used to is flicking towards an opponent. As I said before, with the stick tension and how much tighter it is than the original Xbox controller, I knew flicking towards my target was going to take some time getting used to. There are 4 paddles total on the back of my Elite 2 controller, but I'm only using 2. The top right one and the top left one. The top right I'm using for X, that way it's easier for me to open doors, loot, reload, without taking my thumb off the thumbstick. My top left button is B, which I don't use as much because I'm so used to clicking the B button before I start shooting that I don't use it as much, but I want to work it into my game. 2 paddles should do the trick just for now. I hold a tight grip onto the Elite 2 controller, so 4 paddles just gets in the way for me. Anyways guys, that's it for today's video. If you have any questions about the controller or my settings, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Other than that, hit the like button. I'm shooting for 50 likes, so help me achieve that goal. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell for a little ring-a-ding-ding to get notified when the next video of mine goes live. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Oh no!
Oh shoot, dude, my bad.
What?
My bad. That was my bad. I was going for the pan. I was trying to go for the pan the whole time.
He was.